The night is quiet, but the drama, oh darling, it's never been louder. You may have forgotten all about your favorite nighttime soaps, but Miss Kane, she never did. She's been watching all the affairs, the betrayals, and the big hair, and now she's here to tell you everything you missed, or perhaps just forgot. This is Drama After Dark. Slip into something comfortable, and let's catch you up.
Don't just watch the scandal, darling. Subscribe and join the drama every Friday.
Well, bless his heart. Bobby's pacing the lobby at Ewing Oil, checking his watch, trying to keep his temper. He's got architects waiting, plans in motion. He's thinking future, darling. And JR? Oh, he's still locked behind that office door, whispering sweet nothings to the devil, I suppose. That calls with Ames and Gar, the same slick old vultures from the heart attack days. The ones who hovered over Southfork like they were picking burial plots. They've been on the hook for half an hour, and their patience, well, it's quite gone. Jeb's growling about bankruptcy. Gar is snapping for a face-to-face, and JR's trying to stall with that syrupy charm of his. Can you believe it? They've decided to come down to the office in person, and honey, that's never good news for anybody holding bad paper. Out in the lobby, Bobby finally gives up. He's chasing progress while his brother's chasing ghosts, and inside that office, JR's about to learn even ghosts want their cut. Oh, honey, picture this. Downtown Dallas, that midday sun just bouncing off every bit of chrome and glass. You know. And there's Bobby, bless his heart, in his own little world, suit pressed to perfection, minding his business. Then, suddenly, someone just hollers his name, loud enough to stop a whole city bus, I tell ya. He turns around, just in time, to snag a football darling, flying straight at him. Smooth catch, nearly a collision, a quick, sorry man. And then, that grin. Oh Lord, he knows that grin. It's Guzzler Bennett, of course. That wild man from his college glory days. So, cut to them, inside this cute little restaurant. Two old friends, just trading years over lunch and all that laughter. Guzzler, still larger than life, talking about oil fields, those half-finished dreams, and deals south of the border, you know. And Bobby? He's the steady one now, sketching out his plans for a construction company, something built on his own name for once. Can you imagine? Then, when they step outside, Bobby's the one doing the calling, insisting Guzzler just skip the hotel and come on out to Southfork. For Bobby, it's just friendship, pure and simple. But for Guzzler, well, that's a fresh mark, isn't it? And honey, that's exactly how trouble gets its invitation. Served with charm and a handshake. Believe me. It's after lunch when JR finally struts back into Ewing Oil, smelling like power and bad intentions. His secretary doesn't even let him reach the desk before she blurts it out. Mr. Ames and Mr. Gara are already in your office. Well, that wipes the grin right off his face, doesn't it? The boys from the old Panhandle deal aren't the patient type. And judging by the way they're pacing when he walks in, their pockets are feeling mighty light. JR flashes that practiced smile, starts selling sunshine, talking about salt domes, future strikes, and how oil's just waiting to gush. But Ames in and buying fairy tales, oh no. Gary leans in, reminding everyone that Section 40 out on Southfork is the real jackpot. The land jock locked down in that will. JR promises results, even offers them an advance. But when Ames demands to bring in his own men, JR snaps to attention. Fine, he says, but they'd better stay invisible. Miss Ellie can't see one rig, one truck, not a drop of oil, because if she does, the whole thing blows sky high. That cad barely rolls to a stop before Guzzler hops out, grinning like he just struck oil. Bobby's lit up, thrilled to parade his old teammate, and Pam's warm, genuinely pleased to finally meet the legend he's been bragging about. But, darling, by the time they sit down to dinner, that charm's turning into a full-blown performance. Lucy's enchanted, Jock's laughing louder than the stories deserve, and Miss Ellie's smiling that careful smile that says she's seen this kind of smooth talk before. Pam's polite but fading fast. Too much ego, not enough air left at the table. JR tries to stomach it, but after one too many back-in-my-day tales, He throws down his napkin and heads upstairs, muttering about blowhards. The second he's gone, Sue Ellen quietly slips away to make an important call, and whoever's on the other end, it sure isn't her husband. In the living room, Jock pours the brandy. Bobby's beaming, Lucy's glowing, and Pam just sits there wondering what kind of trouble Bobby's invited home this time. Morning breaks with blueprints and, oh, such pride. Bobby's out at the site, showing Guzzler every single beam like it's a piece of his very own dream. But Guzzler, darling, he just looks around, quite unimpressed. Says Bobby's thinking far too small, that he's built for something, well, bigger. You're ready for a real game, he says, and by the time they shake hands, it's official. Ewing and Bennett. Partners. Can you believe it? Hours later, well past midnight, a cab rolls to a stop at Southfork, and Bobby and Guzzler spill out laughing, loud and so sloppy, both far too drunk to stand straight. Can's waiting on the patio, arms folded, her expression just ice cold. She helps Guzzler half carry Bobby inside, up the stairs, and onto the bed. Bobby's out cold before she can even scold him. My. Guzzler lingers, swaying in the doorway. His smile, it changes. Slow, sloppy, and just wrong. You smell like fresh flowers, he slurs. Those lips, those beautiful lips, I've got to kiss those lips. Pam's voice cut sharp through that bourbon haze. Guzzler, I'm Bobby's wife. She pushes him out of the room, furious and quite shaken, while he stumbles down the hall still smiling, far too drunk to grasp the damage he's done. Oh, the drama. Sunday morning drifts in quiet, in it. JR's dressed and halfway out the door, then doubles back, forgot his briefcase, bless his heart. Sue Ellen's already in her Sunday best, smiling that perfect wife smile as she glides out for lunch with the Reverend and his wife. Whatever sermon she's walking into, it sure isn't about forgiveness, I tell ya. Out by the pool, Pam's stretched on a lounger, sun on her face, trying to collect herself after the chaos of last night. The last thing she expects is that voice, smooth, familiar, and unwanted. Hi. Guzzler slips into the water like nothing ever happened. Can you believe it? She startles, annoyed, but he just grins, playing it off, pretending the only thing he's guilty of is too much fun. Pam's silence burns louder than words, darling. Then Bobby comes running out, bright-eyed and loud, diving straight into the pool like a kid on summer break. Guzzler joins right in, splashing and laughing, the pair of them caught in old habits. Pam just shakes her head, grabs her towel, and walks away, leaving the boys to their game and their blind spots. Honestly. A pickup rumbles onto section 40, slow and deliberate, dust trailing behind it. When it stops, 3 men climb out. JR, Ames, and all business, no smiles. They're not supposed to be there, and every one of them knows it. Waiting nearby is Keeley, the geologist flown in quiet from California. Gar handles the introductions, and Keeley jumps straight to the point. Everything's in good shape, he says. They can fill a 100-gallon tank in 20 minutes, roughly 7,000 barrels a day. Ames whistles low. Gar looks pleased, and JR's grin spreads like oil bubbling to the surface. He tells them to put it all back exactly the way they found it. Not one footprint, not one tire track. Nobody ever knows they were there. Keeley nods, already packing his gear. JR turns to the others, that smug little spark in his eye. What did I tell you, boys? Didn't I tell you? And out on Southfork land, the eldest Ewing just buried another secret. Dear. She walks into the bedroom, steady but uneasy. Bobby, bless his heart, he's still grinning from his morning swim, bragging about how Guzzler beat him by half a lap, like it's the best thing that's happened all week. He's light-hearted, almost boyish, and completely missing her look. He tries to smooth over the night before, calling it harmless fun between old teammates. Then, out of nowhere, he drops the news. He's cancelling his week to partner with Guzzler, planning to start a new construction company together. Pam's face doesn't move. No, but her silence, oh, it says everything. This isn't what he wanted, not when he broke away to stand on his own. When she questions him, Bobby calls her jealous, and that's it. The air turns sharp. Darling. She tells him to go play with his friend, and he walks out. Cut to later. Bobby and Guzzler cruising the Dallas outskirts. Rows of new houses roll past, until Guzzler spots it. Open land, full of promise. He tells Bobby to stop the car. Perfect spot for a shopping center, he says. Bobby's stomach drops. You see, he knows that land. Section 40, Southfork.
The drama sparkles best when you're part of it. Subscribe and stay close, like a whispered secret. Leave a comment, tell us what has you gasping, because every scandal deserves an audience.
Bobby stands across from Jock in the study, laid back but ever so determined, walking him through his plan for the shopping center. He's clear, respectful. This isn't rebellion, darling. It's just good business. Jock listens in that quiet, measured way of his, arms crossed, jaw working just a little. When he finally speaks, well, it's straight. His mama's not going to like it. That land's part of Southfork, you see. And Ellie doesn't see dollar signs when she looks out there. Oh no, she sees home. Bobby holds steady, says that patch fronts the highway, hasn't seen cattle in years. It's just empty dirt doing nothing. Why not make it useful? Jock exhales, looking off toward the small bronze horse on the shelf, the one that's been there since the early days. Then he turns back and tells Bobby he's proud of what he's built, proud he proved him wrong. But family land's not just property, it's legacy, dear. Before he talks to Ellie, he wants to see it for himself. Bobby nods, satisfied, until Jock adds he wants JR to come along. Well, that flicker in Bobby's eyes says it all, doesn't it? This just got ever so complicated. Out by the pool. Well, Lucy's practically glowing under Guzzler's attention, isn't she? He's leaning ever so close, spinning tales about women being like snowflakes, unique, beautiful, never the same, darling. She teases, asking if she reminds him of anyone, and he just smirks, saying, "Oh yes, a girl from the Rhine." The air between them, it just hums with something more than friendly. He's just invited Lucy for a ride out by the lake, when Pam, bless her heart, walks over to the lounger. One cool glance from her changes the whole temperature, doesn't it? Guzzler fumbles, switches fast, says, "Oh, maybe a swim sounds better." Lucy giggles and runs off to change, leaving him standing there, all alone. Pam doesn't move. She just shades her eyes and asks what he's really up to. Guzzler sits beside her, trying for sincerity, saying he loves Bobby like a brother, that he's just here to help. Pam, she doesn't buy it. Not for a minute. She tells him charm and good intentions don't excuse the chaos he brings. He laughs it off, but the message, darling, it lands. She opens her book again, ending the conversation her way, quietly, but with such finality. Out on Section 40, honey. Bobby's out there talking dreams and blueprints, acting like he's about to reinvent Texas real estate. Jock's listening, but when he realizes it's the same land he once drilled on and got read for filth by old man Southworth, well, the mood changes fast. Right then, JR rolls up, all charm and crocodile concern, trying to steer the talk before it hits too close to his secret deal. But Jock surprises them both, bless his heart. He backs Bobby's plan, says a shopping center might just keep temptation away once he's gone. And you can just see JR smile crack just a little. Can't you, darling? The man can't stand losing control of the land or the narrative. Back at Southfork, Sue Ellen slips in the door, calling for her husband like she already knows where he's not. Upstairs, Jock's laying out the proposal for Miss Ellie. She hates it, calls it greed dressed as progress. Then JR walks in to push his angle, and Ellie shuts him down cold. Her verdict? Let Bobby build it. Translation: sit down, JR. Well, darling, it's Monday morning, and the tension at Ewing Oil hits before the coffee even cools. Can you believe it? JR just strolls in like he owns the whole city, but Luella, bless her heart, she gives him that warning glance. Ames and Gar, they're already in his office, honey. And inside, they're waiting with faces that just scream. This ain't social, not one bit. Word's out about Bobby's little shopping center, and they are absolutely furious it's being built right there on the same Southfork section, tied to their secret oil deal. Now, JR, he plays it smooth, until Aim starts throwing shade, saying, maybe that will JR flashed, well, maybe it was fake. Oh, honey, that's when the real fire starts. Ames leans in with a threat. If JR won't stop Bobby, he will. And JR, he just stays calm, then answers with a backhand that snaps that whole room silent. Don't you ever threaten my brother or any other Ewing. Can you even imagine? Down the hall, Bobby and Guzzler are in Bobby's office. Phones ringing like a circus. Both just high on hype and all these new deals. They think they're building an empire. Bless their hearts. Meanwhile, in his office, JR's voice, it just drops low on the line, asking the right questions to the right people. And by the time he hangs up, he's holding the kind of ammunition that could just blow Bobby's whole dream sky high. Oh, honey, it's going to be good. Now, this lunch right here, oh, it's got tension baked right in, darling. JR and Pan, sitting across from each other like it's a ceasefire instead of a delightful meal. He opens polite, talking about family, peace, burying the hatchet. But Pam shuts that down fast, tells him not to waste her precious time unless he's planning to tell the absolute truth. That's when JR makes his move. Smooth as ever, he reaches into the inside pocket of his suit jacket and pulls out a folded report. Crisp, deliberate, like he's been waiting all week to show it off. He slides it across the table, and Pam's eyes drop instantly. She opens it, scanning the first few lines before looking up again. Quite suspicious. JR leans in just enough, voice low and steady. Says it's about Bobby and his new partner. Claims the man's broke, reckless, left a trail of bad deals from Louisiana to Montana. Says Bobby's walking straight into a mess he won't see coming. Then he tells her to read it for herself. Says the proof's all right there. Pam doesn't argue, but her face, her face says everything. The wheels are already turning. And across the table, JR sits back with that tiny smirk. Mission accomplished without ever raising his voice. Late at Southfork, Bobby and Guzzler, pore over sketches and floor plans. Bobby wants something modest, a few small shops and a market, while Guzzler, he dreams big, talking department stores and garages. Bobby's patience thins as he looks toward the window, already picturing traffic and noise on the ranch land he grew up on. He tells Guzzler he doesn't like it. No, he doesn't. Miss Ellie appears quietly in the doorway, drawn by their voices. She steps closer, studying the papers. She asks if those are the shopping center plans. Guzzler grins, calling them artist renderings, proudly listing the features: 3 department stores, parking, specialty shops. Oh my! Ellie's expression softens, but not with approval. She says it's something for everybody, then slips out to the patio. Bobby follows, sensing her unease. She tells him the project is bigger than she imagined, and that it will change Southfork forever. Bobby argues it's unused land, but Ellie only shakes her head, asking if everything must be used, if some things can't just stay the same. When Bobby asks why she agreed in the first place, she says if there's anything she loves more than the land, it's her sons. It's early morning at Southfork. The house is quiet, wouldn't you know, when Guzzler wakes to a soft knock. Pam, cool as a cucumber, steps in, calm, but oh so cold, saying she wants to talk. He squints, surprised as anything, asks if Bobby knows she's there. She says no. He tries to joke it off, mumbling something about his charm, but Pam, bless her heart, cuts him off. She's not here for that, she makes quite clear. Then she goes in, honey. She brings up Montana, New Orleans, all of it, every single bit. Guzzler tries to shrug it off as mere mistakes, but Pam keeps pressing. She calls him what he is, a user. Someone who burns through people and moves on when they're no longer useful. She says he used his father's name, wrecked his business, and now he's using Bobby, the very same way. Guzzler, bless his heart, insists she's wrong, that he loves Bobby like a brother. But she's not buying it, darling. He admits he's lost, that the glory days are gone, and he's been chasing something he'll never ever get back. When he asks if she'll tell Bobby, Pam just says quietly, I don't know, and walks out, leaving him, poor dear, to face what's left. The sun's barely up when Pam walks back into her bedroom. Bobby's awake now, standing at the window, watching her with quiet curiosity. He asks what she went to see Guzzler about. Before she can answer, he stops her, says he already knows. The past, the scandals, the bad deals. He's known all along. Pam's taken aback. Bobby explains it wasn't ignorance, it was loyalty. Guzzler helped him once when he was young and lost. Now he's just trying to return the favor. Pam admits she confronted him and may have been too harsh. Bobby says gently, then maybe now he's the one who has to do the hurting. Out on the patio, Guzzler stands alone, fully dressed, waiting on a cab. He's calm, like a man who's already said his goodbyes. Bobby joins him, says they can scale back the project, find another spot, but Guzzler shakes his head. There's trouble in Venezuela, and he has to go. As the cab pulls up, he cracks a grin, trying to make it easy. Bobby tells him the offer still stands, Bennett and Ewing, whenever he's ready. Guzzler laughs, says make it Guzzler and friend, and slides into the cab. Bobby watches it roll down the Southfork drive, his old friend disappearing for good, owing him one last favor he'll never repay.
Well, wasn't that deliciously messy? Miss Kane walked you through the drama, and trust me, the secrets are just starting to spill. But don't think it's over, darling. There's always another scandal waiting in the shadows. This has been Drama After Dark. Until next time, we'll be watching. Will you?